Hello, Potato. I am coming to you live from the Void Space, more specifically for a Disney-free Weekend Magic for February the 19th, 2022. Now, I've spoken before about items I have purchased from YouTubers like The Movies by Ashens or cookbooks by How to Cook That or Binging with Babish. I've looked at kitchen gear from Barry Lewis, and of course my This Is Dan Bell, Another Dirty Room keychains. And today is going to be another video like that. Another video about stuff from a YouTuber, but they're all fairly small things, so we need to go down there to look at them. So please, follow me. So the subject of today's video is a channel I just started watching, I think last year. I don't think it's been more than a year that I've been watching him. And it's when he released a video about the Meow Wolf Omega Mart exhibit near Las Vegas, which is a thing I would love to go to, but almost certainly never will. And his video is probably as close as I'll ever get to getting to see it myself. And it was a good video, and I've continued to watch his videos as he travels the 48 continental United States, going to various amusement parks, roadside attractions, and haunted houses, not like ghost hunters haunted houses, like actual Halloween haunts, and all sorts of interesting events and stuff. And it's a man who's managed to make a career out of doing what most of us would call a vacation, which, you know, hey, massive respect for that. And that man is this man here. No, not that. That's Paul Bunyan. It's this guy, the Carpetbagger, or Jacob the Carpetbagger. And yeah, I ordered some of stuff from him. Part of how he, of course, finances his channel is a Patreon. Most people have a Patreon on YouTube. At least most successful YouTubers seem to have a Patreon. But he also has an Etsy shop where he sells a selection of enamel pins. And they're $10 each. And one word of warning before I show you the pins. It's nothing to do with the pins themselves. It's to do with Etsy. If you go to Etsy and you search for the Carpetbagger or Jacob the Carpetbagger, prepare to see a lot of willies, a lot of wieners, a lot of phalluses. For some reason, when you search for the Carpetbagger on Etsy, you get a lot of weenies. Dinosaurs with weenie heads, octopuses with weenie tentacles, weenie light switches, lots of Johnsons on there. I have no idea why. But I will say, if you decide to go look at his Etsy shop, don't do it at work. Because for whatever reason, the results are not work safe. If you know why, looking for the Carpetbagger or Jacob the Carpetbagger, get your willies on Etsy, please let me know in the comments below. But aside from that, let's look at the actual items I ordered. The postcard here, which is autographed, came in the envelope with the pins, and it came really, really fast. Like, I ordered them on Friday morning, and they came on Monday. Like, super fast. I was very impressed. And let's look at the pins themselves. There are 4 of them, and each one is based on the animation sequences he's had for opening up his videos over the years. He's been doing videos for quite some time, and I just discovered him, but which means, you know, it's nice to discover somebody who's been going for a long time, because there's lots of stuff to watch, to catch up on, including some things he's gone to multiple times. Just you can see how they've changed over the years. But yeah, each of these pins is based on one of his openings, and up until recently, he only had 3 of them in stock. He just recently got the 4th one back in, which figured what better time to order them than when all 4 are available. So let's start out with the man himself, a pin of Jacob's face. Yep, he's got the little gap in his teeth. This was, I'm not sure what order the opening sequences go in, but I feel like this is one of the older ones. As you can see, he's wearing a different hat than he wears now. This is kind of the hat he wears in his videos now. It's got a lovely selection of pins on it. I've kind of thought of doing something myself, because I figure, you know, everything else on my channel is stolen. I might as well steal something cool, right? Of course, it doesn't make much of a difference since I don't generally show myself on screen, so you would never see the hat, but you could know it exists. I wouldn't put these on him, though, because I'd be afraid of losing him. Yep, that's an image of Jacob himself. So it's just a little, they're smaller than I thought they would be, honestly. I kind of thought they'd be bigger than this. I mean, only $10 a piece. I don't know why I thought they'd be bigger. They have rubber backings on them, so good and sturdy. They don't come off super easy, which is always nice if you're going to put a pin, like, say, in a hat like that, to know it's not going to fall off too easy. Yep, it's just a nice little pin of Jacob the Carpetbagger. Next up is this little fella. So in one of his opening sequences, you see this little possum here. For some reason, he's adopted a possum as like his mascot. I don't know why. I don't know if there's a video that explains it. I just haven't come across it yet. But he has. And this little guy's, the opening music to his videos is a banjo tune. And so one version of the opening has him driving by while this little guy sits in a chair and plays the theme on a banjo. See, to me, I think possums, I think of the Red Green Show. I think the Possum Lodge. That's just where I go with a possum. That's probably because, you know, I first saw Red Green back when I was like in high school, and the Possum Lodge, therefore, just, you know, kind of filled with the possum space in my mind. But, you know, now it might be a little more split between Red Green and Jacob the Carpetbagger. Our third pin is kind of a reference to what I think is his original opening. In, I think, the oldest videos, there's a live-action sequence of him loading up the real version of this suitcase, which has the Carpetbagger painted on it, as well as, again, a little possum. Can't get too close to the camera without getting blurry, but hopefully that is clear enough to see. And yeah, this bag still is visible in the current opening. It's in the back seat of the car in the current opening. And I think the real suitcase existing is a very interesting thing. And that he's kind of kept it in a lot of his openings since then is also just kind of neat. Put that right there. And the last one is, I know for sure, is the newest pin, because it actually came out last year during, like, I think September is when he released it, just in time for haunt season, because again, he does spend like all of October going to various haunts, haunted houses, spirit Halloween stores, Halloween themed things. And it is this, and it's part of his opening sequence for his Halloween videos of him riding the Happy Land Spook House dark ride. He's a big fan of dark rides. For me, you know, I have never been super impressed with the Carnival dark ride, the kind of dark ride this is from, where it's just, you know, it's a trailer and you just kind of go back and forth in a very tight area with generally fairly dubious animatronics and flashing lights and effects. But I do understand the nostalgia for the history behind them, but you know, Haunted Mansion has ruined me for that sort of thing. But it's a very cool little pin of him in a little dark ride car. Again, it's from one of those opening sequences. I encourage you to check him out. If you've never watched the Carpetbagger, I would encourage you to check out his videos. There's like hours and hours and hours to watch. And, you know, it's interesting to see these events from all over the country that you'll never get to go to. Realistically, even if you wanted to, even if you had the money and the freedom to travel, you'd never make it to all these things. Plus, like, some of them I think have closed since he's seen them. So, you know, the only way to see them now is through his, well, I'm sure not just his documentation, but through documentation like his. And that is going to do it for this week. If you're wondering why the postcard here is bent, it's because it actually was folded around the pins. They had like little plastic baggies like these on them, and this was folded around them just to give them a little extra protection in shipping. And as you can see, they did all arrive here quite nicely. And if you're interested in these, they are on Etsy at the Carpetbagger Shop, I believe is the name of his Etsy store. If you do search for Carpetbagger or Jacob the Carpetbagger on Etsy, you will find these, again, though, with an awful lot of willies. But that is all I have for you this week. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. I hope you go check out the Carpetbagger if you haven't done so already. And I thank you for watching. And with that, this one is in the bag.